أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونستعينه ونتوكل عليه إنه خير ناصر ومعين ثم الصلاة والسلام على خير خلقه وأشرف أنبيائه ورسله أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين وأصحابه الخيرة المنتجبين. The topic of our discussion is Islamic Philosophy Course. This is the second session on this course, and we are going to speak about process of systematic thinking. When we discuss about religion, when we discuss about proving something, when we want to talk about rationality and logicality of religion, there is two ways to discuss. One is the usual debates between all religions, which they are talking about small issues. They're talking about hijab, prayer, drinking, this, that, They want to prove the goodness or the rightness of a religion based on small issues. Like, for example, they debate about hijab, which religion has got hijab, which religion doesn't have hijab. So the guy who believe in a religion which promote hijab, he is talking about hijab. And the other one who doesn't want to believe, he is going to reject it. So they hold 1 hour debate that you have with somebody concerning hijab is not fundamental thing. It's about small issues. Those small issues is not going to prove that this religion is a right religion, or it's a wrong religion even. It cannot even prove that it is right or it is wrong. For example, you see that tree outside. When you want to judge about this tree, you don't go and pick up one yellow leaf and you bring it and say, hey, yes, this tree produced this yellow leaf. Yeah? There are a lot of probably crooked branches there. You can't pick up one of them and say, hey, this tree is producing this crooked branch. So the whole tree is wrong because of this one issue. No. You have to have process of systematic thinking. What it means? When you want to judge about a tree, you have to go to the basics, to the main elements of this tree. One, where this tree is planted, where this tree is rooted. Is this dust strong enough to hold this tree or not? Is not what you call a usurped place, or it's in the right place? The land is owned by the person. Because if it is planted in other people's land, which is stolen, even if this tree is the best tree in the world, it's a wrong tree. It produced the best apple, but in the wrong place. It's not supposed to be there. You see? So where it is planted, and the land, the soil is, how strong is that? And then you go to the body, the roots of this tree, how strong is the root? Then you come to the main body, how strong is this, how healthy is, how straight is this, the body. And then you go to the main branches, has got 5 or 10 main branches. Then last thing is to think about one leaf which has got a problem. Islam and religions are also like these trees. When you want to debate with somebody, don't waste your time with leaves. That's what we mostly talk. On the chat groups, somebody is this religion is a very bad religion because they suppress women. This religion is a very bad woman. You see how obligatory hijab is. This religion is a very bad religion. Can you believe they don't even allow you to drink? You see, so you waste your time on leaves, while that doesn't prove anything. Okay, it doesn't give negative or positive aspects of a religion. So you have to start, when you want to discuss about religion, the first thing that you talk to somebody who is not a Muslim or who is a Muslim even, the first thing you discuss, analyze how close you are and how far you are from each other. Like for example, you're discussing with a Sunni brother. When it comes to Allah, you don't have no argument. When it comes to the Prophet, you don't have no argument. When it comes to Quran, you don't have no argument. Don't waste your time on those issues, because already both of you asked me. There you start with imamat. Okay, don't go to the small issues. Okay, of sahabas and this and that. You put the mohr there, the clay. You open your hands when you pray, or you close it, or you do this, or you do that. Don't waste your time on the small. First, go to the imamat, because that is the point of difference. Up to the position of imamat, we are all together. We're walking on the same line. We all believe in the same prophet, same Quran, same day of judgment, same hajj, same fast, same prayer. Don't waste your time there. When you reach to a corner, then you will see, hey, he is going that way, and there is the starting point for debate. So anytime you indulge in a discussion with a Sunni brother, don't go to the branches. First, you must tell him, listen, my brother, our problem is not going to be sorted out if we talk about sahabas, about talking about how I pray. First, we have to sort out where we're separating. Okay? If we can manage now to become united in that line, either I become your follower or you become Ahlul Bayt follower, then the discussions are going to find the direction. So that is when it comes to a Sunni brother. Maybe you debate with a Shia who is following probably the English type of Shias. So you are a lot together. When it comes to Allah, you are one. When it comes to Imams, even you are one. But then when it comes to which Islam is the true Islam of the Prophet, you start debating about which Islam is, political Islam is the right Islam, or your way of backwarded Islam. You start debate from it. When it comes to a Christian, okay, then you start, okay, God exists. You don't have no debate on that. You also believe that God exists. The problem starts with Tawheed. Okay, he believes in three, I believe in one, so start discussing about Trinity first. Then you go to the second issue. Okay? How that is possible, how is not. Of course, as I said, the most logical religion in the world is Ahlul Bayt. The other religions, they don't encourage you even to discuss and to have investigation and have like the approach from logical point of view. They will not encourage you. They will just tell you to be a sheep and believe whatever I say as a priest. A priest from UK visited our center, and he invited me to come to his center in London. So when I visited London, I informed him, and he invited me to go to his church. So when we were there, he talked about Trinity. So when he finished, then it was a time for question and answer. So I asked him, Okay, he said, any question, anybody? And I realized no one is all raising a hand. I said, okay, I have got a question. He said, it was so surprised. I said, look, I am thinking, I am applying my wisdom. I want to, anything when it comes to religions, the first thing I want to find out how much logical is. What is the rationals? What is the logical reasons for Trinity? The answer is amazing. Please pay attention. You put it, write it down, this answer. Answer says, he taught a lot. He tried to find some logical reasons, but he didn't find. Finally, he raised his head and said, wisdom when it comes to Jesus Christ is crippled. Okay. Wisdom when it comes to Jesus Christ is crippled. That is not what we believe. We believe, no, wisdom is God's given tool for you to question. What I'm going to do with a crippled wisdom? A crippled wisdom's take of Jesus is also crippled. When you don't have a good eye, then you don't see things properly. If I have a crippled wisdom, how can I trust when he thinks how he digests Jesus Christ being Son of God? Yeah. So, but while in our religion, we say no, investigate. There is a market for gold. 100 shops are there, only they are selling gold. There are some of these shops who has got 100% pure gold. They are confident about their product because they know my gold is 100%. Then there are other shops who mix gold with copper and try to sell you as a pure gold. When you go to those shops which they have mixed it with copper, they won't encourage you to test. They say, look at how shining it is. Look at how nice it is. Look at the design. Hey, it looks nice on you. He tries to manipulate your mind for you to buy it without testing. As soon as you tell, can I take it for test? They say, what do you want to test? Just trust me. You don't trust me? He is trying to, what? To cheat you. But the one who has got 100% gold, he says, my brother, that is my fixed price. And I am not negotiating. You are free to take this gold and test it. Bring any tester you want. Test it first, then you pay. Because he has got confidence in his product. In Ahlul Bayt school of thought also, because we have 100% confidence in our product, that is pure, logical, what you call religion, we encourage people to ask questions. But see all other religions, any religion in the world, just tell you, hey, you becoming kafir, you're asking so many extra questions. You see in masjids, you hear a lot about that. You go to all of these Wahhabi masjids, you ask a question. You lose your iman, my son. Whom you are communicating with? Are you talking to Shias? Okay. With these questions come, shaitan is coming in your mind. Hey, avoid questions. Just trust the ulamas. Yeah? You go to church, they say the same. Follow the Bible, follow the Christ, follow this, follow, the priests. Don't ask questions. As soon as you start asking questions, then they will blackmail you. Hey, you've been this, you've been cheated, you're becoming kafir, you do this, you do that. So they don't encourage you. We are the only religion which says, hey, go and study Christianity, go study Judaism, go study communism, go study Shinto, Buddhism, everywhere you go. If you apply logic, if you have the tester, I don't have no problem. If you know how to test a religion, which we'll talk about it next week. What are the criteria of the right religion? I am shopping for a religion. I'm going to the market, and there are so many shops they open. I want to test religions. What are the signs of a right religion? That is going to be the discussion next week. So if I have criteria and I have tester, which is aql and wisdom, I can easily compare between religions, and I have no option. When it comes to religion, you don't have no option but to choose the right one. As the same person who has got money and goes into the gold market, and he wants to find the right market and the right gold, purified 100% gold, he has no option but to buy from that one shop. He has no option, because the rest, all of them, they are cheating. They are all mixed with copper. If you are looking for the right religion, there is only one shop there. Why? One shop is selling pure gold. One religion is teaching you about the right religion. Because God is one. He can't have two messages. So religion of God has to be one. Can't be two. If we have two gods, then two right religion will be. One is the religion of this God, and the other one is the religion of that God. But if we have one God, how the same God can teach me something and teach you something else? Come to you and say, drink like a fish, fine, no problem. Eat pork, no problem. And it comes to me and say, hey, God, with you have a problem. You don't drink. You don't eat pork. He can, he's a different clan. I've got some favor on him. I wish him to do, but I don't want you to do this. See, my brothers? God can't have different message for the different nation. No. It's one God, so one God can have only one religion. And as we said, we'll talk about it next week, inshallah. One of the signs of a right religion is that it has to be logical. And we will discuss about that issue. So, brothers, please pay attention to this. Criteria of what you call process of systematic thinking. In process of systematic thinking, you always start from basics. Okay? That's why start from fundamental questions of God is or not. With an atheist, you start from existence of God. But with a Christian, you start, God is there, now how many is God? And then you go to prophethood. Okay? With somebody who doesn't believe in in any of the prophets, you have another approach. But process of systematic thinking is telling us that we have to be what you call logical, and start from basics and go to the broad. That is the one thing that you have to consider in process of systematic thinking. The second thing, which is very necessary in process of systematic thinking, is logicality. That both of you should not have the argument for the sake of argument. No. Should be an argument for the sake of what? Getting to a conclusion. Don't waste your time with somebody who is stone-minded and he already decided. With somebody who is already decided, you won't reach anywhere. Only with neutral people who really searching for the right religion, you will reach somewhere. Otherwise, if somebody is stone-minded already, he is indoctrinated with a religion. You can't change him. So many Wahhabis are there, you kill them, they won't accept anything else. Whatever the Maulana says, that's it. Finish. End of story. Even if the Prophet come tell him something, the Maulana Bam said so. Go and finish your argue with Maulana Bam. Convince him, then you can convince me. You see, there are so many of these stone-minded people are around. So, brothers, it has to be what? a conclusion. In process of systematic thinking, you don't go around the bush. You don't indulge in an argument which doesn't have no end. Don't waste your time with somebody who does not have decision to change. And also, you yourself also, you should be flexible. The same way that you expect somebody who is logical, you expect him to be logical, you yourself, you should be also logical. And normally the way to open your way to the Christians or to the Jews or to the Wahhabis, when you start talking to them, tell them very openly that, my brother, this argument has to have an end. So if you can prove to me that what you think is right, I am prepared to become Christian. If you are right, if you can prove to me, tell him. If you can prove to me that Wahhabism is the right way, then I'll become a Wahhabi. But prove to me. And the same way you should be also ready. And logically you have to be. We have to be open to the what? To the logic. It's very logical for us to be open to the logic. Like, for example, you're traveling, you want to go to Cape Town. Okay, that's your destination. You get into the car, you get into the highway, it goes, and all of a sudden you realize, hey, this road is to Pretoria and I made a mistake. What do? You continue? Of course no. If you find the first turn up situation, the first place that you can turn, have a U-turn. You completely have a U-turn. And you don't say, how can I do this? I already came here 50 kilometers. Wasted so much of time and energy and petrol. You don't say so. Even if it is 2 meters to Pretoria, and you realize, even if you reach to Pretoria and you realize that I am in the right place, you have a U-turn, you go back to Cape Town. But you find so many stone-minded people who they have realized for centuries that they are in Pretoria and their destination is Cape Town. They don't want to. That's exactly what's happening. So you have to be open to the reality. If you are going to the wrong direction in any position, you come to realize that this is a wrong place to be, immediately, don't waste your time, have a U-turn. For years you have been Sunni, and somebody presents you with an idea, you become follower of Ahlul Bayt. And still you have to be open to the logics. Up to now, I found this religion to be the best. If tomorrow somebody comes with a Shinto or Christianity or communism and tell you, hey, what you were doing was wrong, you should be open, but logic. And don't have no worry about it, because logic will only lead you to one place. Logic will lead you only to one place, because 2 plus 2 has got one answer. No 2 answer. It's only one answer. 2 plus 2 is 4. Don't worry about it. If it is logic, true logic, it will take you to the right direction. If they come with the wrong logics, it's a wrong logic. So you must just say, hey, sorry, I am open to the logic, but this was not logic, this was wrong logic. You are also wrong. I can prove to you. That is the second. In your process of systematic thinking, my brothers, you should be so much convinced about your position that should be able to convince other people. Let me tell you, if you are not convinced about something, you cannot convince other people also. You don't have the determination to what? To convince other people. Only when you digest it properly, then you are able to convince the other people. If you don't digest yourself, if you yourself have questions, how can you what you call convince other people. So that is another issue. Second, the fourth issue in process of systematic thinking is that leave all of the fanatism away. Fanatism is the biggest problem of your true epistemology. Fanatism. One of the biggest things which prevents everyone of reaching to the right, to the truth, is what? It's fanatism. Okay? Fanatism is when you take side emotionally. Okay? If two people are fighting, one of them is your brother, and blindly you just follow your brother, if he is wrong or he is right, that is fanatism. Okay? Two people fighting, one of them is your brother. You enter, you see your brother is fighting. You immediately take a stone, go and start hitting the other person just because he's not your brother. You know, in true epistemology, you go there and say, what's wrong? What's wrong? Okay? Then these two people, one is your brother, the other one is not your brother. They start arguing. No, he insulted me, or he did this, or he stole some money from me, or he did that, he did. So you find out who was wrong and who was right. If your brother was right, then you follow. If that person was right, you tell to your brother, hey, you're wrong. But fanatic says, no, he's your brother. Just go and support him. Finish, end of story. 99% of the wars in the world is because of fanatism. I am going to this army of this country just because this is army of my country. If my country is invading other countries, I don't care. It's fanatism. Like the Israeli soldiers. They are just there because this is the army of my country. Fanatism. Is my country right or wrong? I don't care. I am occupier or I'm oppressor or not. I don't care. It's my country. Fanatism says just support. But if somebody is logical, says, wait a minute. Which country we are invading? Why we are here? Why even we should be in this place? Why we occupy other people? Why I should give my blood for you guys to gain your political gain? No, sorry, I'm not going to support. Like thousands of Israeli soldiers were running away from the army. But fanatism says no. Prophet ﷺ came with a message. He was talking to the people in Arabic Peninsula. You know what some of them were saying? Oh, we have been worshipping these idols for ages, for centuries. How can we immediately, just like that, we turn back to our idols? That's fanatism. Yeah? Even when somebody was converting to Islam, he was going to his home, the father was saying, how can you betray the religion of your forefathers? In Africa also, we hear so many of them. You become Muslim, you go home back, your father says, how can you betray the religion of your forefathers, your ancestors? No, we have been brought as Christians. Christianity is our, home. We do this, we do that. How can you betray your father? That is what? Fanatism. So fanatism is one of the enemies of the reality and the truth. So, my brothers, these are, if you want to have process of systematic thinking, these are the conditions. One, leave fanatic aside completely. Be open to the truth. Don't have no attachment to this religion or that religion. It is not bad for you to have even doubt about Allah's existence until you come to conclusion. One of our greatest thinkers in our lifetime is Shaheed Mutahari, which today is the anniversary of his shahadat in Iran. He became Shaheed right at the beginning of revolution. He's got so many books. One of the things which you have to read is the books of Shaheed Mutahari. It's an amazing giant thinker in Ahlul Bayt school of thought. Amazing person. Okay? If you just read books of Shaheed Mutahari, you are already a big alim. Just do that. You don't need anything else. Such a great man. He, which is inspired millions of people around the globe, he wrote so many, 35 or 36 books. He says, I was in Najaf. I was mu'ammam. I was making prayer, salah, sawm, everything, going to the dars. But I had doubt about everything. Until Allah opened the way for me and I found the direction and logic lead me to the truth. But then he says this is a holy doubt. It's a holy doubt process. Doubt is a bridge. You should not stay there. Don't make a house on your bridge. This bridge is to pass, not to stay there. Have a holy doubt, no problem. For a day, 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, fine. But then even when you sleep at night, you must think about when I'm going to pass this bridge. Okay? So there is no problem for you to have doubt about God. Is He there or not? If He is He one or two? No problem if you have such doubt. But then read books, ask questions, study until you come to the conclusion that yes, definitely God is there. From that moment, your life should change now. Because logically you come to conclusion that God is there. So if God is there, then there is other things that I should do. The setup of your life is going to change. Okay? So there is, I'll end this discussion with a hadith from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, which he narrating from Jesus Christ. He says that Jesus said that you won't enter to the celestial garden of God if you are not born again. Okay. That's why we have born again Christians. But we need to have born again Muslims or born again Shias. Okay? What it means is that we have two births. One is the time that you're born from the mother, physical birth. The other birth is when you come to conclusion that this is the right religion. And from that moment, you have to have now a completely new set of life. Okay? So we all have to be reborn Shias, reborn Muslims. That we have come to conclusion from logical point of view that Allah He is one, and He has sent the prophets, and after that it's continued by the imamat, and there is a day for judgment, and God is just, all of that, and then the rest of the branches of Islam. So my brothers and sisters, let us walk toward being born again in Ahlul Bayt school of thought. Think about it every day, as this has to has to start moving into your system, that from now on you must do research. Don't accept anything without logic. Always think about logic. Anything you hear, ask about logicality of that until you are convinced, to that extent that you convince other people also. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.